Assalamu alaikum everyone, peace be with you guys. Welcome back to the umMah channel. Today I'm on a road trip visiting this masjid that supposedly serves 430 million people. Now I thought this was crazy and I needed to go see it myself, so why don't you guys come with me and check out how this one masjid serves 430 million people. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I just made it. I'm finally here at Islam in Spanish. This is the masjid that serves over 430 million people. So I've been to their old building and it was a lot smaller than this, but I still can't see how they serve that many people with even this size of a building. So let's go inside and figure out how they make it happen. So when I asked them how did they do it, they showed me this very small room. You see, Islam in Spanish provides Islamic content in Spanish to Spanish-speaking people and Spanish-speaking countries. You see, there isn't many resources or accessibility to Islam when it comes to the Spanish language. And us Muslims need to make sure that Islam is accessible to everyone, not just Arabs and Desis and Malaysians, but everyone else in the world. You know, right when you walk in here, you have your teas there and your drinks. You can see that they divided up the open space with, for their halaqas. You'll see a lot of the recordings done here, in Spanish and in English. This is where they have their prayer space. They're still working on construction and they're definitely utilizing their space until that construction is done. But let's see what they're planning to do with the building. Okay, so here is the construction plan for Islam in Spanish. So right when you walk in, you see the office and the conference room, and then you get to see the cafe. Now this cafe is pretty awesome because it's going to be like a business creative cafe where you could go in there, have meetings, and talk about your business, and it's open for Muslims and non-Muslims as well. And when you go further down in the building, you see the kids zone, storage, kitchen, and then one of my favorite areas in the masjid, this lounge area, which they are calling the dawah lounge. This is a space that is for giving dawah, a comfortable space for the person that's receiving the dawah and for the one giving it. And I've never seen a masjid provide such a specific and a beautiful place, based off of the comfort of giving and getting dawah. And then you have your masalla, which is beautiful and it has these removable walls so they can expand if they wanted to. Of course, the beautiful museum area called the Muslim Spain Museum, where you could see the Muslim Spanish architecture and history, and the way that they have set up is extremely beautiful. And then we have the classrooms, the audio editing and control room, and of course a big studio. Now what's awesome is that they're trying to have their masjid to be self-sufficient. So a lot of the space is rentable. You can rent out the space for your personal needs or your business needs, so that the masjid doesn't have to just rely on donations. This is definitely a smarter approach when it comes to receiving funds in order for them to expand and make their masjid more beneficial to the world. So the construction plans for inside of the building is beautiful and functional, but on the outside, it's even more beautiful. As you can see, they are taking the Islamic Spain architectural history as an influence here and making the masjid extremely aesthetically pleasing on the outside. Having a functional masjid is obviously important, but also one that is beautiful and draws good attention from the outside is just as important. Okay, so right now I am in the main hall of their new building, and this got me thinking about their old building. When I first went there, I was very shocked because it was a small building, and then when I walked in the building, they had a very small prayer space. Usually small masajid utilize the whole space for just the prayer space, but Islam in Spanish wanted to do more than that. They designated a space for the museum, they designated a space for their media, and a prayer space, all in such a small space. I've never seen such a functional masjid that had such a huge impact on the local and on the international community, and then it all being in one small building. When you look at the children of Islam in Spanish, the youth that come here, the kids that come here, many of them are mixed. And not just with Spanish-speaking countries, Colombian and Puerto Rican and Mexican, but also with Arabs and Africans and Desis. And this community is not just of Spanish-speaking people, but a variety of people. Well, Islam in Spanish is a place that many people feel comfortable in bringing their non-Muslim families and friends and coworkers, because this place is a place that really loves and takes care of all the people that are entering in the masjid, because it treats everyone like a family. Alhamdulillah, there's a way for you to be a part of this one-of-a-kind masjid. Simply click on the link in the description and donate. Imagine the sadaqah jariyah that you can get from donating to a masjid that serves hundreds of millions of people. Jazakallahu khairan.